Not been the greatest start from Justin's perspective, but my goodness, 8 hours into this second round of the Open Championship, we have had a lot to watch and indeed to savour, because Lee Westwood really got it going today, and in fact he got everyone else going too as we watched some majestic golf from Westy.
Birdie the first, good chance for birdie the second.
Superb, look at that.
Is it to be birdie number 5 for Westwood on this front 9? Well, of course it is.
One of the best putts of the day.
And it was a 68 today, and Lee joins us. Great to see, great playing this morning, particularly through the first 12 holes. What was the key to the way it went this morning, Lee?
Well, I made the most of you know, the softer conditions. I wouldn't say they were really soft, but it was certainly more scoreable this morning than it was yesterday afternoon when it was getting firm and shiny out there, and just picked up birdies wherever I could.
And indeed, the putter was white hot at times, really from the off. And we were discussing, as we were watching you, this tip, and indeed these little sessions you've been having with Ian Baker-Finch and the difference that they've made. In a nutshell, can you describe what he's done for you in the last few weeks, Lee?
Just a little bit more connection with my arms and my body, and then give me a few more tips just to clear my mind and let me make a nice smooth stroke and focus on what I'm doing.
So how much more confident do you feel within yourself when you're standing over these 10-footers?
Yeah, I feel very confident. I'm starting it off from the line that I've picked now, and that's always a good thing.
And when you're climbing up the leaderboards, as I'm sure you were very well aware, and as we're seeing some of the stellar play this morning, there was some great hitting, obviously some great putting as well. But when you were getting to the point where you were making contact with Zach Johnson at the top of the leaderboard, what were your thoughts at that point?
Just to keep going, really, you know, because the golf course is playing tough out there, so, you know, trying not to give any shots away unnecessarily. You know, sooner or later you're going to drop a shot or two, but, you know, just trying not to make too many massive mistakes and use a lot of patience. That's what major championships are about. Indeed,
well, that was the moment where you actually tied for the lead. And this one just got away at the last, obviously, but it was a difficult up and down from that bunker, particularly with the wind with you.
Yeah, I just short-sided myself there, and that's a mistake. You just make them occasionally, and it just left a difficult up and down. OK, well, we shall talk very shortly, but behind us we hear new. What specifically were you looking to him for you to do? I just found over the last few months that I haven't been working with anybody, and I've just been trying out too many things, and I couldn't get one thing sort of straight in my mind. So, you know, I went to Sean at the Memorial earlier in the year and asked him his ideas on the golf swing and things like that, and liked what he had to say, and then decided, you know, it was time to start working with somebody again, and he gave me a few ideas, and he's given me sort of a bit more width in my golf swing and a bit more control. Indeed, well, it seems to be paying off, and clearly, as you look at the scores just now, Martin Laird was in here a wee while ago, and he was talking about the fact that he felt that by the end of the day, he might have moved up this leaderboard, because describe how tough the conditions are now becoming out there once again. Well, the golf course just gets firmer as the day goes on. You know, the greens get firmer, the fairways get firmer, and around the holes where everybody's walked, you know, get shinier. So you're obviously not going to hit it near to the flag as much as you would when the greens are soft. So you have a lot of 30, 40, 50-foot putts, and it's difficult to get those close. So you'll see, you know, a lot of guys knocking it 5, 6, 7, 8 feet past. There's some interesting flags out there again today, 15, 16. Might see a few fun and games on those too. Stuff, yeah, later on. All right, again, we shall talk in a moment, but we've got Bubba Watson out there. This is at the 3rd, I believe, and the Masters champion from last year, level par, and this one curling sweetly. In she goes. So there's quite a few of the guys beginning to get the pace and the feel of these greens, despite the changing conditions. And Lee, you know, you've been so close in this championship before. You've been 3rd, you've been runner-up. Are you doing anything differently within yourself? Are you approaching this championship in any way differently than you have in previous years? Not really. Just, you know, I came for a practice round 2 weeks ago, and luckily the wind was in this direction for most of that day. So that was the main, the trickiest thing about today was the change in the wind direction, because the golf course took on a whole new character. But you know, other than coming for that practice round, and I actually almost wind down my practice as the tournament. You know, as we get near the tournament now, I just play 9 holes on Tuesday, 9 holes on Wednesday, because grand old age of 40, I like to be in. I like to be as fresh as possible when the tournament starts.
Conserve the energy, definitely. Just finally, I know that Justin Rose clearly gave us all reason to celebrate, everyone in British golf as a whole, but Luke Donald talked about the ripple effect that might create. What's that win for Justin done for you and your belief?
Well, not that much really. You know, the fact that I've contended in so many major championships over the last 5-6 years really gives me enough confidence and leads me to believe that my game's good enough anyway without Justin win. Obviously, you know, it was a great win of Justin's at the US Open, and to get over the line takes a lot of pressure off. You know, you haven't got that question of you know, when is he going to win his first major. So yeah, I was pleased for him, but he didn't really do too much for me.
Okay, well, he did a lot for us, and you're doing a lot for us in this championship, Lee. It's been great to see you.
Thank you.
Keep it going and rest up.
Thank you.
Cheers.